Okay, so my Stevens 320 Savage, I wanted to say tactical, but it's not. They call it a security model. Didn't know much about these. Was on YouTube looking at some shotguns and stuff, wanting to get into shotguns. And I wanted to get a 20 gauge because my shoulders, I don't want to mention that too much, shoulders are tore up. So I did, and I wanted a shotgun to play with, just kind of play with it at the range and home defense and so forth and get familiar with it. So I got this bead sight one. It was about 200, a little under 200 from Academy Sports. Okay, not knowing much about them, I figured, okay, one or two models, and that's fine. What I didn't realize, there's many, many versions of this. This is called the front bead sight one. That's all it comes with, okay? And this rail, now that I'm seeing this foregrip, is totally different from most. I don't know if this didn't say the youth version or anything. Super lightweight, super nice. Did not come with a Picatinny rail. And it did have two small holes, kind of like a 1022, but of course those holes don't line up with any of the Picatinnies I have. So I went on eBay, went on Amazon, looked around, and I wanted to get a red dot on this thing. So I know it's a shotgun, and who needs a red dot? But anyway, wanted to put a red dot on it. And came up with this, Trinity. They said it would work, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And I purchased it. It was 49 bucks, pretty pricey. I think you can find them cheaper. I think they're about 29 bucks. You might be able to find them from a different company. It's actually, Trinity carries them, but it's Sun Optics. Okay, not sure where they're from or what they're all about. Anyway, put it on there before I even fired this thing. Took it to the range, and it would not cycle. Put my first one in, it would shoot, and then it wouldn't cycle. Thought it was the gun, thought it was a piece of crap. It wasn't. What it was, after further checking this thing out and really examining what's going on, this was not letting it slide back enough to cycle. So I had to actually trim this a little bit with a little Dremel. Worked fine, not a big deal. And now there's not a problem with it. Sorry for the lighting, guys. I'm down in my basement, and it's my little man cave down here. Lighting's kind of terrible. So got this. Love it. Got it firing well. Then I'm looking on arms list like I tell myself not to do, because I'll always find something that I want or whatever. But ironically enough, there was one of these in FDE, and the guy had a picture of it on there, and it looked totally different from mine. And I had to have it. So I ended up having to drive 2 hours. I picked it up this morning. It came with this TRS-25 red dot on it, which I don't like because I have an eye astigmatism and they star out on me. So I actually go with the Pinty or those cheap-ass reflex sights that are multiple reticle, because I like matching up with my Holosun. And they work really good, and they hold zero, and I've had them for years. Different ones, Lion Tech, Pinty. They're all from China, I'm sure, and they're putting their names on them. Could be wrong. Don't quote me. Sorry, guys, if I'm wrong with you companies that are carrying this stuff. But I do believe it's all made in China. So anyway, so my new one, this one's getting sold. I put the Bushnell TRS-25 on this, and I'm going to sell it. I got about $250 into it now. Okay, so I went and got this one. This guy wanted $180 for this one, and it is awesome. FDE comes with sights, ghost ring sights, comes with a Picatinny. This is totally different. You see that foregrip? You see that foregrip? Totally different. This is all smooth, and this isn't a youth model because it wasn't posted as a youth model, and yeah, it may be, I don't know. Anyway, totally different. This here on this new gun is a big reason why I went and got it too. A flashlight, Picatinny, or whatever mount you want. I have not seen this on any other of these 320s. I asked the guy if he installed that this morning when I went and met him, and he said no, he purchased it like that, factory new. So very interesting. Yeah, it's not the little stubby that you can get from that other company that carries aftermarket parts for these. Came with the heat shield, Picatinny rail. I could not pass it up, 180. And it came with the TRS-25 on it. This thing is almost like it's never been fired. Okay, I just went and fired it, zeroed it with slugs, and awesome. I'm loving this thing. So very nice, very interesting on the different variations of this 320. And there we go. There is a big difference. I mean, you look at this thing. I think the weight is the same. And this is looking more like a 12 gauge as far as the configuration. and I have not seen a 20 gauge like this. And even the FDE looks darker than what I've seen on pictures and stuff, but it is the dyed polymer to where you don't got to worry about the Cerakote thing or anything like that, where it's going to come off. But man, this thing is cool. Oh, I'm in love with shotguns now suddenly. And it had the nice front optic sight that's it's high vis green. Very nice. So big difference, very interesting. You go to purchase one of these, make sure it's the one you want, because there's, I think, 11 or 12 different versions. There might even be 14. Why? I have no idea, but that's the way it goes. Not dissing Savage, because they probably have the best customer service out there. Really cool company. I just wish they'd keep you a little more informed and keep record of all the guns they're making and keep them on their site. Even if they're replacing it with another model or whatever. You know, when you get a gun, you want to go on there and see it on the factory site. Okay, so I got this thing zeroed with my Pinty little multi-reticle. I got the dot with circle dot. Anyway, so I got my Slug zeroed, and this is only about 8 yards, and then I went out to about 12 yards, I would say, and I'm up here in the top. So not bad with these slugs. 20 gauge, loving it. My shoulders are tore up, is why I got a 20 gauge. Surgery on my right and getting ready to have surgery on my left. Hell, getting old. 57 now. It ain't too old, but still my shoulders kind of wasted. But yeah, nice. Loving this thing. Little Stevens 320 Savage in 20 gauge tactical. Or it's not the tactical version. I guess they're calling it the security.